Hey y'all, welcome back to Reality Check Please. I'm your host Cassie and happy Thursday. We are back to talk about Pepe and a little bit of Kane Brown, maybe even a little bit of Taylor Frankie Paul, all sharing their condolences and their acknowledgement of what happened to Charlie Kirk yesterday. I did also want to cover about the shooting that happened in Denver yesterday. This is a reality page. However, it is also pop culture and current events that we want to talk about. So before we jump in, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know where you guys are watching from. And also don't forget to take a second and remember 24 years ago, the tragic terroristic attack of 9/11. Our hearts go out to everyone who was directly impacted. I still remember where I was in second grade. It was crazy. I'm sure that if you were alive back then and at an age where you were aware of what was going on, then you most definitely remember where you were. So yeah, let's never forget 9/11. So let's jump right in and talk about what Pepe has kind of gotten himself into. Shout out to Hot Tea because they came with screenshots. I guess Pepe had like Q&A or something. People were asking him on his Snapchat. Someone said, it's terrible what happened to him. Prayers for his family. Yes, everyone is allowed to have opinions, but Charlie saying Palestine doesn't exist is plain ignorance. Palestine is very much exists in this world, and the US and is not real want to wipe them off from their own land. It's happening right now. How many lives are there in Palestine? Women and children included. All lives matter. He responded saying, I agree 100% with this. All lives matter. And things he said or didn't say have caused controversy. But like you said, all lives matter. And that includes those who hurt others or don't agree with others. But thank you for saying this. Truly shows how you can disagree with someone's opinions, but still pray for them. These are the people we need to aim to be more like. Thank you for this. And it did not end there. Someone else said, well, I wish you would have avoided answering this question, but hug it out doesn't work when he's a raging Zionist, racist, homophobic, pro-life, pro-guns. And the last one, you already know what it is. And he was dismissing children dying every day in Gaza. He said he'd let his 10-year-old daughter deliver a baby from a rapist. I'm sorry for how graphic this is, but I respect you a lot. And I thought you should know this before saying hug it out. And I wish you would have avoided the whole topic. He then responds, this is a tough topic. And honestly, like I said, I don't agree with a lot of things anyone says, and you don't agree with what I said clearly. That doesn't mean I will ever look to harm you in any way. I can say sorry for saying what I said, and I hope you see this and we can both say our piece and walk away with no negative side effects or hatred or ill intent to anyone. And there's more screenshots. His opinions do hurt people. Sorry, another follower lost, but you never cared anyway. Should have just not said anything. He responds, I never have heard any of his arguments or debates. I could care less about politics, but this isn't about political views. This is about human life. As far as I'm concerned, everyone's opinion hurts someone. Not all people agree with each other. I wish we all agreed with each other because then we wouldn't have to deal with shit like this. So just because someone doesn't have that same opinion as you, that means that they deserve to off themselves or be threatened or harassed. If anyone believes that, please unfollow me. And I'm sorry if my opinion on this matter hurt you or affect you. That is not the goal. The goal is to show you can disagree and still love one another and respect each other's beliefs. Someone else said, we're not the ones advocating for the Second Amendment. We're actually wanting more gun control. He was advocating for the exact act that brought him to his death. We tried to warn, but this is a situation he supported. He said to himself, some must die to support our God-given Second Amendment right. Then he responded saying, see, I don't agree with what he says about gun rights. Sadly, this is a debate that has been going on for years, and some agree and some disagree. That doesn't give someone the right to kill one another for not agreeing with them. Disagree and move on. There are so many negative things happening in everyone's life that a disagreement or thought shouldn't lead to death. We can all disagree on everything. That doesn't mean we can take action and hurt someone for it. Move on, say what you want and get it off your chest, shake hands and respect each other's opinions and walk away. I have to say I agree with Pepe. At the end of the day, it's basic human rights. You should have the right to free speech, to share your opinion. And this person who assassinated him just made a point that we do not have the freedom of speech. And that's what I'm going to say about it. Yes, Tuhati also just reported that Pepe started following Ulissa on Instagram. And they also reported that Clarissa Shields also is in shock about Charlie. She says, I cannot believe a man being shot and killed. It's just all down my timeline. I'm not into politics, but Charlie did not deserve that. No one deserved that. Again, still very true. However, I also wanted to move on to Kane Brown. Kane Brown has also shared his opinion. So let's see what he had to say.
I'm getting mad, man, because I don't know what to say. I'm very uneducated on this stuff. At the end of the day, dude, all I want is everybody to love each other. That's really all I want. That's really all I want. Left side, right side, black, white, different language speaking, different country living. Just love each other. If you see somebody down, please pick them up. I've been crying for 2 hours. This is the first video. Now I'm just getting mad. Now I'm just getting mad because something's telling me that I have to post this video. I don't talk about this shit. I don't do politics. That's not for me. I just want y'all to love each other, bro. It's really not that hard. I get it. Some people can say some pretty messed up stuff, especially with the internet these days. I bet there's some asshole on here that's gonna post something about it of something that's gonna piss me off. Just love each other, dude. Help each other out. I'm just gonna end the video there. I love you guys, and I hope you need to hear that. If you need to hear it, I love you. And I want you to go and hug somebody else that you love and tell them that you love them, okay? Pick them up. Make them feel special. I'm gonna leave it there. God bless you guys. I love you. Good night.
Kane Brown, everyone. So obviously, like I said before, it's very unfortunate. And I think that if anything, this is going to wake up a lot of people to come out and just speak like their beliefs. I think that for a long time, we as a nation have been scared to share our opinion because of both sides. However, I think that's coming to an end. I think that people are speaking up, rightfully so. And if anything, I think that it's going to birth a lot of Charlie Kirks in our youth. I wanted to finish it off with what Taylor Frankie Paul has added to her Instagram stories as of last night after the tragic assassination. We covered yesterday that she also shared to her Instagram a little post and how it was very unfortunate. She has since also shared, "Today was no celebration of any sort. I've been physically sick, and as I'm sure most of us are. Once I saw it all, I came to complete stop and broke down. From the children in the school shooting today to a father and husband taken today and everything else going on. All of it hurts to see. You can disagree with topics and still feel for people. Let's come together and pray for them and their families. Good night." Very well said. Very well said. I wanted to talk about the Denver school shooting before we finish it off. The Denver Post shared the suspect is dead and 2 students were injured in a school shooting at Evergreen High School. This was updated this morning, September 11th at 11:15 Mountain Standard Time. So not too long ago. A teenager is dead after the shooting. 2 of his fellow students at the Evergreen High School. All 3 students were transported to Common Spirit St. Anthony Hospital in Lakewood, where one was pronounced dead Wednesday evening. Confirmed student who died was a suspect shooter, but did not release the teen's name. From another article I saw, I did see that it was apparently a 16-year-old boy. So obviously still a minor. They may keep that information under wraps for a while. Hundreds of law enforcement responded to the school after the 911 caller reported an active shooter at around 12. Sheriff's officials confirmed Wednesday evening that the suspect shooter, a juvenile male student armed with a revolver, sustained a self-inflicted gunshot wound. No additional information about the suspect was available. This is the scariest thing that could ever happen, and these parents were really frightened, and so were the kids. This was Jefferson County's Sheriff's Office spokesperson, Jackie Kelly. And so our hearts definitely go out to everyone who was involved, all the students that were in those classrooms at that school. Very terrifying moment for everyone involved, parents all over the nation. This is something that now that I have a 2-year-old, I have to think about. Do I want to homeschool? Do I want to let him go to public school? So I just want to share that with you guys. Pray for these families, pray for these students at this university, that were witness to Charlie Kirk's horrific assassination, along with all these students in this high school. So one critically injured student who was a victim, another one who there's no life-threatening injuries to that student, but the suspect has passed away. And so, like I said before, just be a positive light. Like Kane Brown said, if you see someone down, pick them up. And I want to leave that with you guys today. So have a blessed rest of your Thursday. We will be back later to talk about Amaya and Alandria rocking New York Fashion Week. So pop off in the comment sections. Please be respectful. I do not want any hate. If I have to lose some of you guys on this platform, so be it. But we have to stand up for basic human rights. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And we'll catch you in a little bit. Bye, y'all.